Welcome back to the collection. I don't know if I've done a complete tour now that this has been completed. Not much really has changed though, since the last time. I still have the original shelf up here. It's just the only thing that has changed really is how I've displayed everything. Not necessarily the collection itself, but it's how I've displayed it that's changed. I've got some original artwork that I've done up here. I know it's probably not the best, but I'm still trying to find my style. And then I have just some random cassettes up here. I have Slaughter Stick It To Ya. That's like one of the only cassettes that I still have two of. I got a little mini cassette recorder up here that I found, which I thought was really cool, realistic. It's still in its leather case, or I don't even know if this is real leather or plastic that's made to look like leather, but it still has it, so that's cool. Then I got Papa 3 from Ghost, if there's any Ghost fans. I'm kind of big into them. And then up here, Dolly Parton frying pan. That was a gift. I like it though. It's Lodge. They make some good stuff. I haven't used it for cooking. Probably never will. That looks to be like just some random CDs. I got some Pink Floyd. It looks like I have 2 copies of Dark Side of the Moon. I might actually have more than that because I don't keep shit organized. And then I have some Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath stuff up there. I also have Nativity in Black, Nativity in Black, which is a tribute to Black Sabbath. And then just some other stuff up there. I got my Dio posters and my Ozzy poster right up on the wall. I thought that was cool. When I saw those, picked them up. I got those in a pack of Andy Warhol stickers from some museum. I want to say in Virginia somewhere. I think it was the Chrysler Museum of Art, wherever that is. And that was the cover art for the Velvet Underground album. I want to say I had to think about that for a minute. So I saw that, and that was the reason why I bought that, was because of that album cover. And then here is the rest of the cassette/CD shelf that I've built myself. Cassettes up here. I don't really have these alphabetically organized. If I have multiple cassettes from a band, I'll keep them together. I have my Ghost cassettes. I think that's really the only band that I have multiple cassettes from. I have 2 Pearl Jams. And then this is like my most favorite. I got this from one of my favorite record stores. It's the Batman Forever soundtrack on cassette. I just thought that was kind of not weird, but just very interesting. I got more organization to do. So this is the shelf for my cassette singles. I try to collect those. I like collecting them. I think they are interesting, and they don't really take up all that much more room. Actually, I think they take up less room than your standard jewel case for a cassette. It just has less music on it. So, pros and cons. And then this shelf is just all cassettes that my grandmother had, actually. With the exception of, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I think that might have been one of hers, too. But that's why it's all like Chopin, Judy Garland, Patsy Cline, Showboat, and, soundtracks from old movies from like the 30s and 40s and 50s and stuff like that. I don't mind. It's I keep them separate. I don't like them mixed in with the other ones up here, but I keep them just because it's a reminder of my grandma. So that's why. And then we have my CDs down here. This shelf here is the shelf that I keep my full discographies on, or almost full discographies. I have all of Ghost, and I think not all of Linkin Park, and not all of Slipknot, but I have a majority of those. I do have a full Ghost catalog, and then I got some long boxes and some more stuff here, more CDs. What else? Oh yes, this is 2 albums from one of my friends' bands. If you guys are into metalcore music, I would highly recommend checking them out on YouTube. If you want to find some new music, I'm sure they would appreciate having some new listeners to their music. So I like them. They got some good stuff, some good music, and I think the artwork for this album, Lyra, is absolutely goddamn sick. Oh no, this isn't Lyra. I'm sorry. This is called Impermanence. It's from No Eye Has Seen. So if you guys want to find some, listen to some new music, if you haven't heard of these guys already, check them out. I'm sure they would appreciate it. You don't have to tell them that I sent you, but I'm sure they would like it if you check them out. So I have some more cassettes here, just random ones. Some Rat, not necessarily anything in particular. Another Nativity in Black that is on cassette. Some Heart. And then this is a weird, let me just move that for a minute. This is a weird one, an interesting cassette that I found. This is Farther Down the Road. I think this is just a collection of songs. It looks like there are 10 songs on it. And this is from Shell, actually, the gas station Shell, the Shell Motor Oil Company, that Shell. They did this back in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, when people still had cassette players in their cars. And then in the early 2000s, when CDs became more popular, then they switched over to CDs. But they would it was like basically a playlist of music that you could buy at any Shell station, and only at Shell stations, and listen to them if you were going on a road trip or something, or even if you just wanted some new music to listen to in your car, I guess. But that's cool. I don't think I haven't seen one before or after buying this one, but I would definitely like to get some more, because I think it's weird. I love collecting just unusual things, and to me that is sort of unusual, just like the cassette singles, but they are, again, interesting enough for me to want to collect them. So that is pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching.